Okay, so oh god, that was loud. Sorry about that. Okay, so Ribbon Reaper from Discord is wanting me to record me play whatever this is that I found on Game Jolt. So let's start. Just a few words before the game. This is the first version, so you will find the most mistakes here. First of all, I have to say that this is my first project, and I am not an expert at this, so do not expect a masterpiece here. The story is based around the sand game Minecraft, obviously. The monsters are, so to say, heroinous. What the hell is heroinous? Have the same powers they represent in the game. For example, the Creeper Girl can blow things up. The Enderman Girl can teleport, etc. I would appreciate if you send me any bugs/glitches which can appear in this game, so I can try and fix them. Have fun while playing. Okay. God! Okay, that's enough. Oh, that was loud. Time flows constantly, or so I thought. Does something like time exist in a place like this? I don't know. I'm no longer capable of what? I'm no longer capable of seeing my surroundings. Most likely my body was gone. I don't feel anything which could prove me otherwise. I'm just a bundle of thoughts. Perhaps a ghost? A lone soul? A bodiless being? Nobody will ever answer this question in this everlasting void. Did I really deserve this? I recall yet again how I ended up here. This was the moment. A few seconds before my death. Also, let me just do something real quick. Almost forgot. Okay, back to what I was doing. This was the moment. A few seconds before my death. To be honest, I was scared as hell back then. My heart was beating like it was going to explode. Jumping from the building, I really lost it. I thought it would be the most painless and fastest way out, but I didn't expect it would be that bad. So, let me get this straight. You jumped off a fucking building and you survived? How the hell do you jump from a high fucking altitude and survive the landing? That requires some skill. Every second felt ridiculously long. Like everything was in slow motion. I knew I would hit the ground. My body would get smashed. And my blood would spread everywhere. Okay, that's a little gruesome. Luckily, I jumped backwards. But was it really the right thing to do? No, you jumped off a fucking building. What part of that did you think was right? It could be just a decision at the heart of the moment. Yeah, I'd say. My last thought was, while I was falling, if they would show something about me in the news. Probably something like this. Neat. Who lived in a corner on top of a skyscraper? Committed suicide? You jumped off a fucking skyscraper? You know how high those damn things are? In real life, you wouldn't be alive. Was my life really that pointless? I'm really regretting it. If I jumped from a building that high, I would be regretting it. But it was way too late now. Darkness was awaiting me as I came here. I don't know how many seconds, minutes, hours, or even days passed after I arrived. I lost my sense of time immediately without a single warning. My human body was gone, like a toad. You compared your body to a toad. Okay. And now my awareness is also going to vanish. I think I'm about to become one with this place. It won't stop. I can't do anything to resist. Emotions are beginning to dissolve. Memories are becoming blur. Am I going to disappear? Like this? I can't. Think properly. I will disappear without even having the right to go to heaven or hell. I mean, you didn't made that decision when you jumped off a fucking skyscraper. Who would have thought that this would be the end, which awaits you after death? Please wake up from your slumber and enter our world. As I began to lose my very existence, I heard a cute soothing and also really familiar voice. Everything disappeared. Fuck. I opened my eyes. A familiar sign appears in front of me. I knew these textures very well. This is Minecraft? Shit. I completely forgot I didn't have volume on. Apparently I was laying face down on the dry dirt. I got up and looked at my surroundings. I gotta turn this down, this is really hurting. This was indeed Minecraft, but everything felt like reality. The cold air, the grass under my feet, and the sounds of water, they felt though my eyes were telling me something else. This place looks exactly like the game. Everything was made of blocks, except me for some reason. I had my own body, and I wasn't blocky like the Minecraft player characters from the game. I glanced at the moon. This was strange. Although the moon was square in 2D, it was still beautiful. I think it's beautiful. This place was surreal. It looked like Minecraft, but felt more like my world. Although my eyes show me just a simple, blocky world from the sandbox game, should I test it? If this world is indeed like Minecraft, then it's possible to punch a tree and get wood. I'm sorry. You jump off a fucking skyscraper, come back to life, and your first instinct was to punch a tree? I'd be figuring out how the hell I got there. But yet you focus on punching a tree. May it sound painful, yeah, but for science, no. You have to be ready to bring sacrifice, or else you would never know the truth. Or rather, satisfy your curiosity. I carefully touched the tree. It felt like a real tree. The bark was rough. How is this possible? Next I go in a silly fighting stance to get the most strong hit with my not really great muscles. Here I go. With all my power, I as if I punch a tree. I stopped before my fist could reach the block of wood. With my hands at claws, I tried to scratch the bark off the tree, but no matter how strong I scratched, it didn't come off. The same thing happened with dirt. My hands never got dirty, though I'm pretty sure I dig deep in the ground. So I'm unable to farm with my bare hands. How about I use something different then? After that, I thought I'd look into my pocket for something I could use, but they were only empty. There's a lot of typos in this. Didn't every player in Minecraft have an inventory with many free slots? Yeah. So there's my inventory. Suddenly, a gray GUI texture from the inventory appears in front of me as I imagined it. Oh, God. Okay. Nothing was in its apparent and it was floating right next to me. Was this a virtual reality experience, or perhaps a hologram? I never played with VR equipment, nor I passed glasses, which with I could see holograms. Okay, how the hell do I make this disappear again? Maybe like I made it appear. Imagine how it would disappear and it vanished suddenly. Just with imagination, I'm able to control it. That is pretty awesome. So now what? Where should I go? Usually I would start to gather materials and build a house. But that's not possible at the moment. Did not the adventure mode make a very similar thing? Would that be a good reason why I couldn't farm now? The adventure mode is actually more realistic than the normal survival mode in Minecraft. You can only get wood if you have an axe to chop the trees. You can only dig dirt if you have a shovel. It was mostly used for adventure maps built by other players. To play a new adventure, to experience something different as being the creator of everything. I turned my eyes to the forest. That's the only way for now, since I wasn't able to build a boat yet. I entered the forest without knowing what was awaiting for me on the other side. The forest was darker than I expected, but my vision was clear as always, which I could relate. After I was indeed a neat back then, all nightmares were a habit of mine. The light of the moon comes still through the dense leaves of the forest trees. My view never changed, and I'm not really scared. This was a natural forest, like the ones which I saw in the game, but somehow felt different. Something in my very core says I should be careful. I understood. Should not normally come monsters at night. Should not normally. Shouldn't mobs come out at night? That's better. Minecraft was mostly a sandbox game. It has now several minigames which were programmed and created by other players. But the first challenge of Minecraft after the creators of your world was to defeat enemies. Look around carefully. There's enemies that are called evil mobs. They came at night and attack you or destroy your creations. Nowadays, they're a part of the game. You use them for different kinds of things, like minigames or adventure maps. Yes, adventure maps. It was harder to survive attacks from them because you couldn't build your own weapons. You you had to hope their creators built it not too unfair. I noticed something in front of me. It was a cave. Monsters do indeed spawn often in these places. Basically everywhere. Where a dark spot without enough light source, like torches. Also at your own house if you didn't light it well. What should I do? I decided to pass the cave, since I had only my fists. I really should get weapons as soon as possible. I began to mumble to myself. Also habit. This was a game in the first place, but it's also could be my new life. What would happen if I die? Can I respawn like Minecraft? Or am I dead for sure that time? I don't know the answer yet, so I don't afford to be laid back. I walked through the still empty forest. When I think about it, why Minecraft? Why all the places I came to? Why here? I can't remember any particular meaning to Minecraft for me. I just played it. Enjoyed it like any other game I played. There was a time when I was alone. I played in hardcore mode, and I wanted to beat the game until the end. If you die in that mode, you'll have to delete your world, also known as hardcore. Through there were some possibilities to cheat. You could just make a backup of your world and try again. I never thought of doing that thing. I wanted to complete it without any lazy tricks. It was my 7th try. I didn't know why, but I wanted to complete it no matter what. For some reason, it was very important. It was a very important goal for me. Eventually, I gave up. I couldn't make it. I was too bad. As I pounded about my life... as I pounded about my little depressive past with Minecraft, my eyes caught something for a second. Are those? Hey, they're poppies. I think I stood for a minute before these red flowers. And I just looked at them with curiosity. The roses weren't actually that beautiful. They were from Minecraft after all. But when I saw the moon shining straight through them, I couldn't stop to think that this world was also nice. Probably I could blame the shader mod for that. It is a modification which makes Minecraft more fancy with shadows, light effects, and similar stuff. Am I able to take one? Boop. I got one. I carefully look at one rose and put it into my floating inventory. Also, it's not a rose, it's a poppy. I thought the same thing too when I first played Minecraft. So, it is indeed the adventure mode. It was possible to pick up flowers, but not gather materials and blocks. After that short pause, I go on. Ow. I just hit my desk. Apparently, I followed a grave tracked without knowing. Oh, I read that wrong. Let me try that again. Apparently, I followed a gravel track without knowing. I didn't know where it would lead me, but it would be better to have a way than just wander around. After I walked for a while, I got a weird feeling. I saw the cause right immediately. Is someone playing with me? Or is this just... Oh, or is this just coincidence? I saw a wooden house, built within a great tree. For a moment, I hesitated. Who would live in the forest? Me. The NPCs in Minecraft usually live in a village, but not in a lonely house like this one. Without knowing what would await me, I approached the house. I stood right in front of the door. From here, I could barely see inside, despite a red color of beds. The red textures, of course. The beds were always red in Minecraft if you use no mods. Apparently, there was no one living there. I glanced at the gravel track. It didn't end here. Something was preventing me to open the door. I wasn't really sure if I should enter the wooden building. Maybe it belongs to someone. That person could come back anytime. But I was also a little bit tired. I didn't know how long I was walking for now. I'm not really into sports. It was also possible that the gravel track was my true path. Should I better continue to follow it? Or should I rest here for now? We could risk it. Go into the house and be accused of trespassing and also a lot of other things, or we could follow the track. That I have to think about. I'm probably just going to... we'll risk it. Rest. I decided to open the door despite my strange feelings towards it. With light steps, I went in and carefully closed the door behind me. There was a chest in front of me, and... Is that an ender eye? It shouldn't be easy to get one of those, especially in this game mode. I get the feeling that it looks straight at me, straight in my soul. I averted my eyes quickly from it and looked at the chest. What could be there? I opened the chest. Apparently it was empty. Maybe the person which lived here brings the items along with. I took one of the beds and laid me down. Whoa. I took one of the beds and laid down. Strangely, it felt pleasantly warm. My eyes stared at the ceiling, and I fell asleep immediately. Guess I was really tired after all. I'm sorry. He just went to sleep in a stranger's house, and you don't know what they're gonna do when they come back. So wait a minute. That was my imagination, right? I opened my eyes again. Oh crap. Could you get up from my bed, please? That is her bed? So, could you explain yourself? Because it's really weird for a girl to find a guy in her bed. Oh god. I should have just continued on the path. At midnight. Oh god. You know, I am not that easy to get. What the hell am I doing? But thank you. That was unexpected. Kind of romantic. Even if that is a blocky sandbox game. I wasn't able to respond to that. It was easy to explain my strange behavior. But it was social anxiety. I can't just die and recover from my life as I need. I don't even know what that... I don't know what that says. My blank wasn't that simple. I don't know what that says. First, I was just shy. And apparently I'm no longer able to talk properly with other people. This reincarnation doesn't make me to another person after all. And so I said nothing. I kept my mouth shut. So you are not going to explain to me why you were in my house and sleeping in my bed. I'm sure my face was red like a rose I gave her. I tried to form words. But nothing came out. Why was this so difficult? I think we should introduce ourselves first. Nice to meet you. I am Ender. What is your name? My name is... Everything became hazy for a moment. What? Are you okay? You look really pale now. My head became normal after she spoke. I am fine now. Thanks. If you say so. Let us get back to business then. Why did you enter this house and sleep in my bed? It was so warm. Crap. Now she thinks I'm a perv. Could you please lend me one of your hands for a second? I hesitated, so she grabbed my hand. Thank you. Okay. I feel a cold breeze and understand. We are over the fort. My words stopped as I realized that I was still holding hands with her. As I tried to take my hand away, her grip became firm. Yep, I thought we could talk here. But you understand the important thing, right? I nodded. You can teleport? Like an Enderman from Minecraft? I shimmered like an idiot. I think I stopped speaking with girls for 2 years now. I'm gonna say girls, because I don't think this person knows how to talk to a girl. Exactly. So what if... She pointed upwards. I teleport us there and let you go. Oh, God. Why? Well, actually, I know why. You sort of slept in her fucking house. What do you think would happen to you? It'd be like the skyscraper again. Probably the same thing which caused my death. I would die? My voice was embracing high pitch. And that is why I wanted to tell you the truth. Understand? I have to tell her everything that I knew. My life was in danger. I explained to her what happened to me. Apparently her experience was kind of similar, so she believed me with no questions. She also died and was reincarnated with this place, with the ability to teleport where she wants. Actually, the only place which she saw or heard. With that superpower, she traveled mostly everywhere and improved her geographical knowledge. But she couldn't figure out how we have neither how we got here. Oh God, I can't even read. But she couldn't figure out how we got bad English. But she couldn't figure out how we got here. Neither she found the tools or the weapons which she could use, or a temporary base with this wooden house. What awaits was unknown. Our journey had just begun. So, this is the end. I am sorry for each mistake I made her. No English native here, so I hope you could understand. This was my first novel. I tried to make a good story without getting in trouble with searching images or sprites. By the way, the sprites belong, I don't know what that is. Belong to the Mob Talker mod for Minecraft. On the internet, you will find tons of visual novels with the exact same sprites and names. But I do not think that I get too much trouble with this because I gain nothing. I just hope they will not delete this. I used a whole week of vacation in order to make this game. I know. That is weird. The end might be bad because I just wanted to publish this immediately. But I mean, after all this was a project of fun. To see how could I write and program a visual novel, this would become a huge success. Maybe I'll make a full version, but do not expect anything from me. Though my vacation is almost over, and I would have to make a WoW school, I would still do it. If you have any tips and tricks, just send them to my email. Thanks for playing the game and have a nice day. That was the end. Okay, that was the end. I don't know what to say. It lost me the character jumping off a skyscraper, somehow surviving, and then reincarnated into the game Minecraft. I'm trying to wrap my head around that. There was a lot of broken English, but that's fine. Not Grim Reaper, but Ribbon Reaper wanted me to record me playing this game, so I decided to, why not just record it. I hope you like this small video. Sorry if the volume is really loud. I tried to keep the volume down, and I will see you all in the next video.